Welcome to Inside the Vault with Bank of Utah. I'm Sherry Hansen, Senior Vice President of Marketing at Bank of Utah, and we're here to bring stories about financial insights and things that matter in our communities to you. So let's open up the vault to today's episode. Today, we're joined by a special guest. We have Emily Oyler, the Executive Director of the Weber School Foundation, and she's here to show us some of the things that are going on in the district to help our kids. Well, thanks for joining us today, Emily. Can you tell me a little bit about your role at the Weber School Foundation and, what the School Foundation does?
Absolutely. But first, thank you so much for having me and for supporting the things that we're doing in Weber School District. We're so lucky to have such amazing partners like the Bank of Utah. So genuinely, we're super grateful.
We're happy to be here.
We're the fundraising arm for Weber School District. So we raise money to provide enhanced educational opportunities for students in Weber School District. We serve about 33,000 kids. We have over 50 schools in our district. We just added a few new schools this last year. So we get to do some really incredible things to help kids. We fund everything from school grants to class grants to student sponsorships. We do a lot with students that have special needs. We do adaptive equipment so that they can be like any other kid and go experience cool things in the community with their families. It's something that we feel like is really important. So we get to support different things like that too.
Kids need so much more than just the education, and it's all about their well-being and all the ways that we can support them, and we really appreciate all your efforts. You do so much in the community. We're at a really special place right here in the teen centers. Can you tell us, these are something new?
Yes.
Some people aren't aware of what they are. Can you tell us a little bit about what they are and what they do?
I would love to. This has been such a labor of love for us at Weber School Foundation. We started doing some research a couple of years ago and found that there were about 1,600 families in Weber County that are identifying as homeless. So those are the families that are actually coming out and saying, yes, we're homeless, and yes, we need the help. Of those families, about 900 are student-aged kids. So those are kids in our school district that don't have anywhere to go to at night, or that are living in conditions that nobody should be living in. No access to water, no access to laundry facilities, or to be able to take a shower, to come to school and feel like they're clean and they can come and really engage with their friends. And so we started off building our first teen center at Two Rivers High School, which is our alternative high school. We felt like there was the biggest need in that space. And it has been open for 2 full school years now and has just been serving kids every single day. We started gathering data this year, and this school year alone, the teen center was accessed 6,000 times for various things. The food pantry, so a student can take a shower or do their laundry. In fact, one student came in and asked the advocate that was working if he could bring his little sister's clothes in because they're not able to do laundry at home. And so, of course, that was something that he was able to do and provide for his little sister as well. But there's a student advocate in the space all of the time. And so they offer educational help. They help them with their homework. They help kids access the internet. They can come in the space and do homework, just lots of different things. There are a lot of community resources that the advocate is aware of and offers those to the students as well. There's a quiet space within each teen center, so that if a student just really needs to be alone for a minute and decompress and kind of figure out what they need to do to be successful the rest of the day, they can access that quiet space and just be alone. And there will always be someone there to help them if they need it. So it's been a pretty incredible opportunity and a great resource for those kids at Two Rivers. And so as we continue to do the research, we decided that we really needed to have a teen center in every high school within our school district. And so we started raising money. We were able to access some funds from legislative funds. And so we applied for grants for $250,000 from USBE per high school. But these teen centers cost about $600,000 to build. And so we had to really, boots to the ground, get working, start fundraising and really talking about why these spaces are so important. And we ended up raising just under $2.5 million to be able to add a teen center to each high school in our district. And so now we do have a teen center at Bonneville, Fremont, Roy, and we're at Weber High right now, and we'll be opening the Westfield Teen Center here in the next couple of months. And so every student in those spaces will have these really cool resources that they can access. And we're hoping that it's really just going to change the trajectory of where they end up going. This provides that support that they need. I can't remember the study, but one caring adult can truly change so much for a student, and that's what these spaces are providing, in addition to the physical resources that they need to thrive.
Yeah, I can't imagine trying to learn when you're hungry, or when we don't have clothes to wear, you're cold, and so it's unfortunate that there's a need for that, but it's so amazing that people are stepping up. And when we talk about people that are stepping up, like, you need not only financial contributions, but what else does it take as far as a community to help bring these on board?
Well, each of the teen centers is attached to a community food pantry, so there is always a need. Food, hygiene items, clothing, winter boots, coats for kids to wear in the wintertime, just a whole variety of basic need items that you think are not that big of a deal. Like, my kids have always had access to those things, but every kid doesn't. And so to be able to fill that space so that parents can access that community food pantry, it's actually more of a community resource center because it does have all of those additional things in it. So anytime somebody wants to contribute to a teen center and want to do so in a different way, doing a food drive, doing a coat drive, putting together snack packs or hygiene kits, different things like that are super helpful, and they go through them as quickly as they get brought in. And so things like that are really, really important for us to be able to work with community members and fill that space.
Well, we were very excited to help, and as a bank, we brought on all of our employees to help us produce hygiene kits for these teen centers all across the state. And so today we got to deliver a whole bunch of them here at the Teen Resource Center here at Weber. I think we've got one right over here, and it was so amazing. We reached out to you, and you provided us a list of all the different things that we could put into it. And so in addition, we've got some toothpaste and some floss and all that kind of stuff. We've got soaps and deodorant and lotions, but I think the most heartwarming thing for me was these heartfelt letters that each of our employees were able to write, and they wrote their thoughts on them and things like, "You've got this, keep your head up and your eyes on your goal." It really put a personal but it really touched their hearts to be able to help in that way. And so we were all excited to do that. Also, some financial literacy, because what would a bank be without some financial literacy? And some great ways to help out and help them on their way, and so that they can be the best they can when they get out in the community.
Well, all of these items are super necessary, and we need all of them, but I think that you're right. I read some of those personal notes in some of the hygiene kits, and so touching, and it really will make such a difference to the kids that get to take these home with them. So thank you. Even the smallest difference turns into something so much bigger. We got to talk to a couple of kids that attended Two Rivers that have been able to access the teen center for the 2 years that it's been open there. And from the first time I met this one student in particular to I saw him a week ago, and he's working and he's going to school at Weber State, and he feels like he's gained some confidence, and he's able to move forward after high school and really feel like he's being productive. And he told me that he doesn't feel like he would have had those opportunities or that self-esteem to be able to move that direction unless he had access to a teen center. And so I thought, oh my gosh, this is that little thing, accessing the food pantry or having the student advocate for him to go and talk to, or being able to do his little sister's laundry. I mean, that was life-changing for him, and he feels like his life is moving in the direction that he wants it to, and I just think that is the coolest thing ever.
Oh, that's amazing. How do people learn more? How do people get involved, or how do they help out? What can they do?
So obviously you can reach out to Weber School Foundation. Everybody in our office, can provide any information that you need. We have a website, foundation.wsd.net, that has every teen center location on it and who to contact if you would like to make a donation to that space. I feel like I would be a little bit remiss if I didn't talk a little bit about how amazing all of our community partnerships are, and how these spaces would not be as incredible as they are without so many people stepping forward to really help in that process. Construction companies, architecture firms, just community partners in general, like the Bank of Utah, coming forward and saying that they would like to support this project. We wouldn't be here if we didn't have that type of support. And I think that our community is the best community, and they always step up and make things happen, and it's changing lives.
That's right. I mean, when everyone thrives, it makes a difference in our community.
Absolutely.
We're excited to play a small part in that. So thank you, Emily, for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
And talking to us a little bit about these projects. They're a huge undertaking, and we're so grateful to play a small part in what you're doing here and the impact that it's having on these kids.
It has been my pleasure. I'm so grateful for the support. I say I, but we at Weber School Foundation are so grateful for the support. We wouldn't be able to do the things that we do without amazing partners like you. So thank you so much.